During my introduction to you, and also when we were here in May, I told you that you are the pilot. So you benefited from what Cohort 1 did, and we will always be learning. Because like now, I have learned so many things just the last 2 days. And then, we've been part of the coaching things, and we have been learning a lot of things, maybe what not to do, what to do next time, what to change. But this is your program. This is not a program that is designed to do anything else except what we are doing. And this is a program that we really hope will meet your needs, your expectations, and will take you to the next level of your own personal, team, and organizational development. And so part of the pain that you people who are the pilot have to do is to tell us what worked, what did not work, what should we change. And this is genuine. What we got in Cohort 1 is what we brought to Cohort 2. And what we brought from Cohort, what we are going to get from here, we use it. Tomorrow afternoon we will be meeting after you are gone, trying to figure this all out, and we will spend the next time when we are designing to see what can we incorporate and what can we change. Because the purpose of doing this, the way we are doing it, was to contextualize it to the African situation, because it's done for other groups that have different realities. So this session, we are going to ask you quite a number of questions. I will let Peter handle that, but I hope you see yourself as part of the program and making it for the next group and really forming it. We came with an idea, and that idea will only become real when you tell us what you thought. So it is 4:05, and we do not want to keep you. It's been quite a day. I will ask Peter to come, but I wanted just to say we are doing this for that purpose. We will use it, just like what he shared before about the individual survey that you did. All these things are going to be processed, and they'll come back to you if you want some feedback. But definitely for the next group, we will use it so that we can do a program that meets the needs of the people that are here. So thanks for bearing with us for 9 months. Now it is time to tell us what we may want to hear or not, but we want to hear everything openly, without any reservations. And for us, it is a gift that you are giving us back to give to the next group. Thank you. Peter.
Yeah, thank you very much, Joyce. So as Joyce mentioned, we would like to get your feedback, this time on the overall program. Yesterday, Joyce presented the different steps of the program, which I've also summarized here, and would like to understand what is it that worked, what is it that didn't work, right from the preparatory meetings. For the number of organizations that got onto the program, the very first step in the program were the introductory meetings that you had with Joyce, where she introduced the program. So we'd like to find out from that part, did you feel you received enough information to guide your commitment to the program? What did you miss? Then moving to the Enneagram process, to understand from you what was your experience with the process, individual and team feedback sessions, the skilling sessions that you had, what should we change? Then the immersion in May 2024, what was your experience, what did you miss? The team coaching sessions, the same thing. Then the celebration summit. And the way we are going to do this, we'd like to get the feedback from your tables, the way you're seated on your tables. We've provided some flip charts for you on the tables, and the tables have markers. So what we'd like to do is to go step by step. You don't have to take a picture of this, because on the next, we'll start with the next slide that starts with preparatory meetings. So for each of these, we wanted to spend at least 5 minutes discussing them on the tables, have a discussion, get someone to write down your ideas on the flip chart, so that when we are done, we can have a feedback session. Is that okay? All right. So the flip charts are already on the tables. You have some markers. So let's get into it. This group is very lonely. There are only 2 people. I don't know whether you want. Okay. So we have 5 minutes with this. Want to reflect on the preparatory meetings. Did you feel you received enough information to guide your commitment? What did you miss? Were you just dragged into the program, or did you join with enough information to guide your decision? No, just table-wise. Wind up the discussion so that we can go to the next question. Let's go to the next question. Yeah, so would like to go to the next. Would like to go to the next question. And the next question, we're looking at the Enneagram process. So for the Enneagram process, we'd like to find out from you, what was your experience with the Enneagram process? What is it that worked? What is it that didn't work? We know that you had some individual and team feedback, follow-up sessions, and some skilling sessions. So if you could just share your experience on what worked, what didn't work, and so that we can understand what is it that we should change in line with that process. 5 minutes also for this. We should be winding up with this one and moving on to the next question. So in half a minute, if you can just wind up and we move to the next. So now we would like to focus on the immersion. For the immersion, we also want to find out what was your experience with the immersion, what is it that worked, what is it that didn't work, what did you miss? Are we together? You should be on the second part of the question, eh? What didn't work or what needs to change, eh? So that in the next 2 minutes we move to the next question. Really? So for the next question, we would like to look at the team coaching sessions. These were the bulk part of the program. So we'd like again to get your experiences on, to understand what was your experience with the developmental practices you received and the coaching process. And also to understand what is it that we should change in the whole coaching process. Should be on the second part of the question on what should change as we wind up in the next 2 minutes or so. I hope you're done with the second part of the question. If you're not, you can spend half a minute to finalize as we go to the last question. So the very last question we want to reflect on. The very last question we want to reflect on is what we are doing today, the Celebration Summit. And would also like to find out from you what has been your experience, what has worked, and what have you missed, or what is it that we should change about the Celebration Summit? Should be concluding in the next 2 minutes so that we can share.
Good evening. Very good. This group is called the cool ones. So, yes. So we began with the first question, which is, did we receive enough information in the beginning? We said yes. We had sufficient information that was shared by Joyce. And even we had anxiety of how will it be, how far will it go, how much time will it take, but at least we knew it was worthwhile. A member shared that with the understanding that Joyce always has our best interest, we saw that we can trust the process.
All right, pause. Any other group? What else do you have on your table?
Sorry, the English is interfering with my mother tongue. The addition here is we were given time to make a decision on whether to join the process.
All right, thank you. Here, any additions?
Yeah, there were communications, email, prayer engagement, which included sending emails, then calls with ED, and then a joint meeting with a team that was supposed to participate in the program.
Okay. Pass on to the other table. Quickly, let's do this quickly so that...
Yeah, we say sufficient information was given, and it was also good to have time for members to decide whether to commit to the process.
Okay, any additions from that table?
Even within the organization, it was not assumed everyone would participate. It was individual commitment.
Okay. Any additions here?
We liked that we were informed that it would be an intense program, but also it's a pilot, and our expectations were cleared, and giving us how this was relevant and beneficial to us was helpful information.
Great. Lastly?
Detailed email was sent with all the necessary information about the program.
Okay, thank you. Make sure what you've mentioned is captured on your paper, since we're collecting all the papers. Next, we are going to go to the Enneagram process.
Yes. The Enneagram tool provides a kickstart to self-discovery. The team believes it gave a very good kickstart. The second is the access to other types and their orientation aided the team efforts. That document that shared the different types, even when you'd have your own individual report, you had a chance to know about other types, which was very helpful. Next is the conversation with Jason, and the follow-up conversations helped make sense, and also having Joyce and the team sit in our sessions were very helpful for us to keep following through the process. Lastly is the realization after the understanding of oneself via Enneagram strengthened other contents of the training as we moved forward. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
Someone said it was first a shock, and then it was an eye-opener to understand the different types, and others felt that this actually confirmed what they had been feeling and had been told by others, so they just didn't know that it was part of the personality. We are just sharing experience first.
Yeah. No. We want your feedback on the Enneagram process. Okay, you can share both the experiences and what should change.
Okay.
Yeah.
Clarity on the report was important, and the teams were able to engage differently, having understood the different personalities within their groups. We feel that we need more engagements with the coach, and it would also be nice if the coach, Jason, was present physically.
Okay. Next. Okay.
Okay, from here, it's important to have the personal session before the group session to avoid people getting defensive about their personalities. That was very, very helpful.
Okay.
Then the detail in the materials, the information that was available to us was very rich and important, and it gets into what William was saying to understand even the other people in the session. Maybe what should change or what it is, it's around, it was a divided opinion according to the personalities and the Enneagram types, but most people feel that a 30-minute session with Jason one-on-one was not enough. But of course, the type 3 said it was enough.
Okay. Next, this table. Could hand over to this table.
About what to what, of course, we said Jason was an expert process. We also say there was individualized attention from the coach, so each person was given time. About what to change, we said more time during the individual session, and members also saying, can we get a simpler version of the Enneagram?
Okay.
So that we can take other team.
Oh, simpler version. Okay, point noted. Let's move on to this group.
It's more like what everybody has said. The structure was well organized. And then holistic information.
All right, so over to this group.
More time.
The questions were, we felt that the process was fine, but the questions were many, yet very important and relevant. The report was informative, and then the first part of the report was self-explanatory, but the other parts, which have the sub-wings, the arrows, the subtypes, were a bit had. We needed more explanation. And then we also felt that maybe there could have been more additional resources for us to carry, in addition to the report we got.
Okay, thanks for that. And lastly, we have this group over here.
So, just like the previous groups, the sessions were detailed and very informative. And the area of what did we miss is we needed more engagement on the one-on-one sessions. We felt like the 30-minute session was not enough for us.
Okay. All right. We'll move on to the immersion experience.
The connection with Cohort 1, which provided a perspective to start with, was very helpful. Then coaching buddies, the like-minded buddies helped interpret challenges and provide solutions. Thirdly, the topics and materials were carefully selected, and they focused on practice and a great follow-up to the anagram. The fourth is networking. We had different organizations, different people, different contexts, which was a very good mix of people. And lastly, setup sessions that followed thereafter. What should change is the sharing of reference materials. We felt there was so much more we could have carried home.
Right, thank you. Over to you there.
So for us, number one is we appreciated the session on emotional intelligence. There was also the introduction to different tools, the well-being tools, journaling, etc. We enjoyed that song that was played at the immersion, the Glorious Song by One Voice Children. It was very useful. Some of us play it up to today. The other lesson we learned from that is to start small and be consistent. We loved the session on coming up with metaphors by the coaches. What we did miss is we will request that if we can get a PowerPoint presentation, those presentations from the coaches. Joyce had said it wasn't to be shared, but we will still request that they reconsider that. Another request from our group is that if we can get the PowerPoint presentations, yes, from the immersion and the celebration summit. Another request from the group, this one is outside this. They are requesting that as we go to the next questionable topic, you start from another table, because table one is taking all our points.
All right, your request has been considered.
Yeah, about what worked. About what worked, we said the gems we received from Cohort 1 was so inspirational. We also said the coaches were very excellent. We are very engaging and lively. And we also said the session on quadrants was very rich and is still living. What we missed, we said the time with Cohort 1 was too short. You know, immediately they left. We didn't have time to interact with them. And there was no mechanism to keep us connected with Cohort 1. We didn't connect up to now.
It's quite okay. Yeah?
Okay, we also noted that the excitement we had in the room when we were still waiting in the lounge was exciting, so we're looking forward to entering the room and interacting with the people who were not shouting, but clapping and laughing. So that one at least created a good base. Then the sharing of the experiences was also very good. And then the onboarding of a good number of our leaders from the same organization, the fact that we were coming more than 4, it was also good, and we loved it. Then the relevant guest speakers.
All right, thank you.
What didn't work? Okay, we also talking about need for handouts, and then the very new important content. Okay, then the content we found was very new to us, so we needed some handouts to carry along.
All right.
Just one, I think it's having the human interaction with the coaches and the learning buddies before we separated added that human touch to the conversations. Even when we were interacting via the different platforms, at least you had someone's face in your mind while talking to them. It was very natural, not artificial.
All right. So over to this team.
Yeah, everything has been said on the experience. Just one thing that should change. In May, there was no online option, and our colleague here missed the main version. I'm saying if there was that option, wouldn't have missed that.
All right, thank you for that. Here.
We agree with everything that they have said that worked. What do we miss? We thought the program was too busy. Everything that was there was important. But we still felt that if there was some time to see Nairobi for those ones who don't come from here, would have been a good thing.
All right, you can stay with the mic so that you start us off on the next.
Okay.
The coaching sessions.
Yes. So the coaching sessions, we found them formative, informative, transformative, very well structured and easy to digest. We had professional coaches. By the way, our coach Dominica was perfect. I don't know about the others. All of them were. And then, communication. Melissa, thank you very much. The communications came timely and were extremely useful. The development practices, it enhanced, our understanding of the topics, breaking down the concepts. So, what should change? Okay, so for network organizations, we thought that maybe integrating virtual and physical coaching sessions will be helpful, really to be specific.
Well, that's a tough one, but thanks for sharing. Let's go to this group.
Thank you. From the coaching session, there was value addition from the practices and the resources that they were shared. And the rest was said. And then what could have been maybe done differently? A physical session midway for evaluation, but also to kickstart the planning, because the action plans, because the members were like, if we had midway to present our action plans, by this time we could have maybe finalized them.
Okay. Other group.
Okay, so we appreciated the coaching session. So in addition to what has been said, they created the team cohesion, developing a common sense of purpose, and also there was appreciation of coaching by the organization leadership. There was a challenge for the network partners where some had to take leave to participate if the organization hadn't bought in, and so there would be need to harmonize across network partners.
This table.
For us, we said the courses were available. They honored all the schedules. we agreed. We also said the coaches also created an environment where it allowed the team to ask tough questions and confront those tough questions. And we also said the coaches, professionally and tactfully, guided the process for the team to come up with their own solutions. They were not there to give solutions. We also said, the introduction of meditation, during the coaching session also helped to create that team. We also said, of course, the summary of key points of areas to work on was also given, was always there after every coaching session. On what should change, we said, the teams should build that motivation and should be intentional. Each team member be able to have that motivation and be able to connect and accept to come during those coaching sessions. Be intentional, not it to be like you must be forced or don't have interest to come now. So it must be intentional. Yeah.
All right, thank you. Let's listen to this group here.
Okay, we looked at the diagnostic exercise for the organizations to get a baseline, which turned into the metaphors was a great one, great start point. Then the co-creation of the coaching program, we're looking at the topic and the objectives, that was also good. The co-creation of the practices during the coaching sessions, then the reflections that we always had on the previous practices at the start of every coaching session was a great one. Then the general experience, we found it empowering, educative, fulfilling, engaging, and transformative. At least at individual level, as we go on to the other bigger transformation. Then what should change? We thought that we can consider increasing number of sessions. There's a feeling of the sessions seemed like they just whoosh, and they were done. Then measure progress on each of the development objectives to ensure that maybe by end we have covered.
So on the sessions, is it one additional session, 2 sessions? Is it 1 more, 2 more? All right, let's hear from this group.
Thank you. We proposed to begin from the other side. It was a trick because most of the things have just been said on the experience. So we are sharing on what should change. We are which one? Okay, they have showed me 2 that have not been shared. Individual and team responsibility of finishing the exercise for the next coaching sessions. And then loved the check-in sessions after the practices to share as a group. Improved relationship among the team. What should change? At least one-on-one sessions with the coach. And then also increase the meeting time at least to 2 hours.
Really? Some people fail to make the 1 hour. Okay, let's go to the next.
Yeah, I think the team has said most, so I would just say that too. There was a reflection sessions on gratitude. I think that's something the team said it was not common for leaders. They're always going to the next and never stop to be grateful. So the gratitude, the awareness, the breathing in may look like normal, but they really, really were very helpful. Someone said relevant and focused coaching sessions. Like we agreed on a plan when we were still here. When we went, there was no diversion. We kept on the plan, and that kept us very focused. And then someone, we want to say this out loud for Joyce maybe. It's about our coach. Yes. She's amazing, resilient, patient, understanding, and well-grounded. she understood the assignment and how dynamic the team was. Yeah. What to change was a physical check-in. We think it's costly, but we just said it anyway.
All right. So let's move on to the last bit. Are you ready to start here? Okay.
Which one?
Celebration Summit.
Ah. Okay. So, in the Celebration Summit, for us, we see that it has helped us to reconnect, finding meanings and answers to most of the questions that we left with when we are having animation sessions. But also the whole organization of this summit, from the coordinations to the logistics, is at the top notch. We have also having great facilitations from all the coaches. The sessions were very, 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 very inclusive. We could see some of our colleagues with the babies enjoying the sessions. So we have also gotten an advantage of having some learning buddies, of whom we think they will help us as we are moving forward. In terms of the negative part, areas of improvement. So on the Celebration Summit, we think we need to consider having prior virtual sessions that will capture all the important things or sessions, so that when we get here, we get more time for celebrations and also planning for the future, for the next cohorts, I mean. But again, we saw time was really packed so much. Yeah.
Could you just give an example when you talk about virtual sessions for covering some content? Could you just share an example of that, what that would look like?
Yeah, I would say like the program agenda that we have been having for the past 2 days, that could have started before. So then when we come, we can just present our action plans and having more time for really connecting at heart, speaking with the people at heart, knowing each other, because it's vivid that some of us, we don't know each other, and people know that, and we are going to live here, and I'm worried if we can connect.
But you should look at the connections in that diagram. So who wants to go next? This time I'm being democratic. They raised, he raised first, Ali.
That team wanted to speak first, so please give them the chance.
Which team?
We give our chance to team. Please speak.
All right, go ahead.
Thank you very much for being generous. Right, so what has not been mentioned from the first group is that our experience today, hearing from others a different story of change, has really been a great experience for us. And then the other one is prioritizing wellness and taking care of ourselves, taking from the example of vehicle and then the different rooms. So it has also brought some kind of a good experience. And then the last one is the amazing action plan presentation from different teams. We learned a lot from different presentations, so it means we will be able to improve. What have we missed is physical presence of some of our coaches.
All right, so that group wanted to go next. This group here. No, this group.
Please go next.
Yeah? Okay, thank you. For the Celebration Summit, we said sharing and getting feedback on our action plan was something marvelous. And we also said reconnecting with our colleagues whom we have missed for almost 6 months, so reconnecting, and also networking with the new ones. Also analyzing our gym was also something good. We also said the involvement and the participation of the coaches, of the members, of the participants was very nice. The coaches were intentional in collecting our feedback. We also said coordination of the logistics was very well done. There was a prior advance. Communication was made prior. We also said there was a very interesting message from our guest speaker who said, learning to listen from the heart, speak from the heart, be spontaneous and be real was something we noted was good. Then what to improve? We said the program is too packed, no time to enjoy Nairobi, and there will also be no time for us to get a girlfriend from Nairobi.
Right.
And we're also asking, can we have a tracker to keep track on the growth and the growth or individual growth and organization growth? We also say, how will the cohorts be connected?
Yeah,
Any
some of those
progress on
questions
that?
are going to be answered as we move along. So is there someone who has something burning that hasn't been said? Just, yeah. All right, let's listen. Let's listen to this group over here.
Okay. Hello. Hi. Hello. Hi. Hello. Hi. Hello. Okay, so from our group, what we think we can do better for the next maybe cohort 3, you can switch host country. Maybe next time you can come to Tanzania, and in Msichana Initiative, we can host you to have the session there. Thank you.
All right. Any burning thing that has not been mentioned that you have on your table?
It's
All right.
actually, we don't want to say we are missing it, but we are hoping we'll get the resource materials from the immersion workshop by the end of the summit tomorrow. Okay. On key topics like team emotional intelligence, building multiple intelligence, even that word, and leadership. So we are hoping, we don't want to say we are missing it because maybe it's coming.
Okay. So there's a request from the table at the back, if you can.
Just the one thing that we actually thought was mentioned. By design, the celebration summit is more relaxing compared to the immersion.
Wow, that's interesting. Okay, lastly, let's hear from you guys, and then we close.
Yeah. Our closeout session with our coach was so cool. We had a chance to share what we had learned with her, and her saying she would give us gifts. All of us are very excited as they are on the ship coming. So please, everyone envy Ready Uganda because we're getting gifts. Then also, the careful reminder of how we got here and why it matters by Joyce was very good. I think oftentimes you get into things and you forget how you got to where you got. So Joyce, please, thank you so much. And lastly was the get together and the catch up. It was good to see Amanda, for example. Thank you.
All right. I would like to thank you all for sharing your feedback. And in a special way, we are going to appreciate ourselves with a gratitude clap. Who knows the gratitude clap? Who wants to lead us in the gratitude clap? All right, I'll lead you. Should we do it again now?